Hello, hello. We are finally back. I am so excited. As many of you know, my computer completely crapped out on me, and so I've been computerless. So I got my new computer yesterday. The other one's going to be in the shop for like a month. So we're all good now. Here we are. Today, it's going to be a good day because we are going to raise the thermostat. Are you guys ready? I hope you are because I'm excited. Let me ask you something. Have you ever had a moment, maybe on stage, maybe an interview, maybe just standing in front of your mirror in your sash, where you felt it, that thing, that certainty that I belong here and I know exactly who I am feeling? And then maybe a couple hours, a day later, 2 days later, that feeling disappeared. You kind of spiraled and compared yourself. You second guessed yourself. You played small again. I've had that feeling. 15 years of pageantry, and I know that feeling. I've done it time and time and time again. So you are not alone if you have felt that. That's not a discipline problem. That's a confidence problem. It's not a confidence problem. It's a thermostat problem. And I'm going to explain it to you. Today, we're going to try to fix it. So this is the Pageant Launch Pad. I'm Charlene Jones, and this episode is one that I have been building toward for a long time. You know, we've been talking a lot about who we are, who we are personally. Today, it's going to be very similar to that. We're still going to talk about identity and who we are, but we're also going to talk about the 4 archetypes living inside of us, of you, right now, and how to activate them on command. This is going to be revolutionary for you, especially backstage, waiting to get on that stage, or especially when you're waiting to get into your interview. We're going to install anchoring statements that will actually work. This is not a tips and tricks. This is a thermostat reset. Are you ready? All right, let's go. Identity is a thermostat. I want you to picture a thermostat in your home. Your home thermostat is set to 68 degrees, or, lower if you're cool with that. There you go. When it drops to too cold, the heat kicks on. When it gets too warm, the AC kicks on. The thermostat's one job is to pull everything back to that 68 degrees. Well, your identity works the same way. You have a thermostat, a set point for how successful you allow yourself to feel, how visible, how worthy, how crowned. And here's the thing that will change your life if you let it. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You return to the level of your identity. We talked about who we are, who we were when we were children, before all of the adulting came in. We talked about being authentic and how authenticity is crucial to allowing judges to know who you are, to allowing your leadership, your beauty, your humility, your joy, your peace, your commitment to the crown. And that's why, that's how oh my goodness, my words are not coming. That's why women self-sabotage. That's why women return to the old patterns. That's why a woman can win, literally place, earn the title, wear the sash, and still feel like a fraud right here. The crown changed. The thermostat didn't. So when you wonder why the confidence doesn't stick after practice, why you feel great one day and small the next, it's not because you're broken. It's because willpower alone cannot hold you above your identity set point. You can white knuckle your way to a performance, but the moment that pressure is on, that spotlight hits, the judges lean in, and the room gets quiet, you return to what you actually believe about yourself. So we're not going to practice our way out of this. We're going to identify our way out of it. We're raising the thermostat, and we're doing it with 4 specific tools that live inside you already, the 4 archetypes. Now, some of this is going to seem a little bit uncomfortable, and that's okay. Change is not comfortable. If change is comfortable, you might need a little bit more challenge. Inside every woman, including you, including me, there are 4 powerful modes, 4 ways of leading yourself, 4 different voices that can take the wheel. Most women live in 1 or 2. But the woman who wins in pageantry and in life knows how to access all 4. Here they are. And I want you to feel each one as I describe it, not just hear it. I want you to feel it, okay? So the first one, the warrior. She is your discipline. She is your resilience, your ability to act under pressure, even when everything in you wants to quit. She doesn't wait to feel ready. She shows up anyway. She's the part of you that finishes the walkthrough at midnight when you're exhausted. She's the one that answers the hard platform question without flinching. That gets back on stage after a fall, literal or figurative, and she finishes strong. The warrior's core belief: I will not stop. In pageantry, she shows up when the competition gets real. When the nerves hit, when you see the lineup and your brain tries to talk you out of yourself. In life, she shows up when the season is hard, when no one is watching, when service comes before spotlight, when sisterhood comes before arrogance, when the rubber hits the road, that warrior woman shows up. Archetype 2, the visionary. The visionary is your transformative engine. She's the part of you that sees what isn't yet and believes that it's possible anyway. She holds the long vision when the present moment looks nothing like the dream. She finds the pivot. She turns the wound into wisdom, the setback into strategy, the no into not yet. She's the archetype that turns your platform story from a personal struggle into a movement. She's the one who looks at your platform and says, this isn't just my story. This is somebody's lifeline. The visionary's core belief: this can change, and I can help to change it. In pageantry, she's the one who walks into interview not just with answers, but with a vision. Judges don't just hear her words, they feel her belief. In life, she's the version of you that refuses to let your past be the ceiling on your future. Archetype number 3, the lover. Now, the lover is the one that most women underestimate, especially in a competitive environment. Because the lover isn't soft. She's fierce, but she's fierce in a different way. She is connection, compassion, presence, self-worth. The part of you that shows up for other people genuinely, fully, without being performing. She's the woman in interview who makes the judges feel like the only people in the room, not because she's trying to charm them. That's a facade. It's because she actually cares. She's the woman who lifts the contestant next to her backstage instead of sizing her up. She's the one that lifts the girl who is all by herself in the corner, the contestant who's in the corner by herself, and she lifts her up. She's the woman who knows my worth is not on the score sheet. The lover's core belief, I am enough. I am here to connect. I am here to serve. In pageantry, she is the difference between a performance and a presence. In life, she's the reason your platform actually helps people instead of just looking good on paper. Now, the sovereign. And she's your highest identity, your most settled self. She's the part of you that doesn't need the room to be quiet to feel her own power. She leads with long vision. She's not reactive. She's not rattled. She doesn't shrink when someone else shines. The sovereign doesn't compete. She reigns. She's the woman who walks into the pageant, first timer or 10th timer, and the room shifts. Not because she's louder, but because she's decided. She's already answered the question every judge is really asking. Do you know who you really are? The sovereign's core belief, I know who I am. I know where this is going, and I lead from here. In pageantry, she's what raises the thermostat permanently, not just on competition day, in the ordinary Tuesday of your life. In life, she's the woman you are becoming, the one this work right here is building toward. Let's do some live activation. Do this with me, okay? I need you to stop watching and start doing. Close the bag of chips, sit up or stand up. I'm standing. I don't care which, but you need to be present for this. We're going to activate all 4 archetypes in your body right now, not just in your head, in your body, because confidence is not just a thought. It's a physiological state, and you can train your way into it. You ready? Here we go. So this is 10 seconds. Warrior activation. Posture, feet planted on the floor. Tighten that core, shoulders square. Take a breath in. 1 sharp inhale through the nose. And then say it. I finish what I start. I will not stop. I finish what I start, and I will not stop. Do it. Okay. Visionary activation. Another 10 seconds, okay? Posture. Relax your jaw. Soften your eyes. Let your gaze go wide. Take a deep exhale, release the tunnel vision, and say it. I can see what isn't yet. I can help change this. I can see what isn't yet. I can help change this. You ready for the next one? Lever activation. 10 seconds. Hand on the heart, or wherever your lever activation comes from. A gentle smile, real, not performative. Take a breath, slow inhale, feel the warmth in your chest, and say it. I am enough. I am here to connect. I'm here to serve. I am enough. I'm here to connect. I'm here to serve. Okay, let's do sovereign activation. Now I'm getting all relaxed. The posture, lift your chest, chin level, calm, steady eyes. Breathe long, slow inhale, the crown of your head reaching up, and then say it. I know who I am. I lead with purpose. I play the long game. Big breath in. I know who I am. I lead with purpose. I play the long game. And finish breathing it out. Now, think about the hardest question that you could have in your pageant interview. For the Washington ladies, the Washington America ladies, your director should be sending out my email so that you can have a mock interview with me before you start pageant. So I want you to think of the hardest question in your pageant interview, the one that you're so afraid of, the one you dread. If it comes up, I'm going to lose it. The one that makes your chest tight. Now imagine that question and answering it from the warrior. Now answer it from the visionary. Now from the lover. Now answer that question from the sovereign in you. Same question, 4 different women. Which one do you want the judges to meet? I want them to meet all 4. But you get to choose every single time. You get to choose which of those parts of your woman that you bring to the table to the judges. That is what raising your thermostat looks like in real time. Now, I want to bring this home practically because archetypes aren't just theory, they're tools. And I want to hand you 3 specific ways that you can use them right now. Your platform story. Lead with the visionary and the lover. Most women tell their platform story from survival mode. This happened to me. I got through it, the end. That's the warrior's version. And the warrior isn't wrong. She's just essential. But the story that moves judges that makes the room go quiet, that makes someone in the back row press their hand to their chest. That story from your platform comes from the visionary and the lover combined. The visionary says, here's what I see for the people standing in the struggle. The lover says, I see you. I'm talking to you. Your wound isn't a liability, ladies. In the hands of the visionary and the lover, it's your most powerful credential. Let's talk about comparison. Whether you're comparing yourself to someone else, whether someone else is making you feel small and you're allowing it, comparison and overcoming comparison, that belongs to the sovereign part of you. It's not a discipline problem. It's not a confidence problem. It's a sovereign problem. That sovereign woman that we just talked about, when the sovereign is online, you're not threatened by other women. You're not threatened by yourself because you're in that activation mode of your sovereign. So when you're hearing stuff and stuff is coming into your head that brings that comparison, oh crap, I'm not going to win, look at her. Or, oh crap, like she's already so confident that she's going to win. I've seen where confident women don't win. It's the type of confidence. When you allow your sovereign to take over, when you're feeling that overwhelming comparison problem, you're no longer threatened by other people, and you are no longer threatened by those personal thoughts about yourself. You're inspired by your sovereign. When the sovereign is offline, when you've let your thermostat drop, suddenly her followers are a verdict on your worth. When you allow the sovereign to drop out, your self-worth changes and you no longer feel valuable. So when that comparison issue comes up, that's when you activate your sovereign. Her placement is a comment on your value. So keep her there, know when to activate her. Sovereign doesn't scroll at midnight measuring herself against other women. The sovereign uses that same energy to build her own kingdom. A woman who is secure in who she is does not need anyone else to be less. So the next time comparison hits, don't fight it with willpower. Activate your sovereign. Lift your chest, breathe in and say, I know who I am, and I lead from here, and get back in your own lane. All right. Walking in your crown before you wear it. All four led by the sovereign. Here's the truth about title holders who move rooms. They didn't become her after the crown. They decided before it. The warrior decided she would do the work no one else was willing to do. The visionary decided her platform was bigger than a pageant. It was life-changing. The lover decided that the women in the room deserved her full, authentic presence, and the sovereign decided before the judges ever said a word that she already knew who she was. Identity precedes the title, always. The crown is the confirmation, not the creation. Let's talk about anchoring statements. I'm going to give you something that you can use on command. And there is homework for this if you want it, but you got to message me. You got to send me an email, okay? Today, tomorrow, 30 seconds before you walk on that stage or in that interview room, anchoring statements. And I need you to tell me the difference between an anchoring statement and an affirmation, because they are not the same thing. An affirmation whispered while you are slumped over your phone at 11 p.m. is rehearsing doubt in pretty font. An anchoring statement, spoken with posture, because physiology matters, with the breath, with the voice, with intention, is rehearsing leadership. Don't think your way into certainty. Anchor your way into it. Anchor your body, shoulders back, chest lifted, feet grounded. Anchor your breath. Inhale for 4 counts, exhale for 4, release the pressure. Anchor your archetype. Choose the one you need the most in that moment. Activate her. Anchor your voice. Say the statement out loud with posture and power. Your pageant launchpad anchoring statements. Say these with me out loud right now. Do not read them silently and move on. I am calm, clear, and compelling. I am a woman of impact. My story helps other people. Say it. I do not compete with her. I complete my calling. Say it. I am crowned before the crown. I walk in it now. All right. Now let me be real with you for a second. If you just read those, if you just went through them with me in your head or on your homework while sitting back in your chair, you practiced nothing. If you said them out loud with your spine tall, your voice sure, you just installed something. The difference between those two things is the difference between a contestant and a title holder. Posture is not vanity, it's physiology. Your body tells your brain what to believe. Rehearse leadership, not just the words, the whole woman. So here's what I want you to practice in your mornings from here until the point of pageantry, the point of pageant. Okay? This is your daily tool. Small, daily, consistent actions raise the thermostat over time. Not one big event, but repetition. 3 minutes every morning for the next, I think my homework says 7 days. You start with your 7 days, and if you want to keep going, you keep going. I suggest you keep going because the more you do it, the stronger you build. All right. Minute 1, deep breathing. Inhale 4 counts, hold 2, exhale 4. 3 to 4 cycles. Do it 3 to 4 times. Arrive in your body. Okay? Minute 2, gratitude. 3 specific things, not generic. I'm grateful for my family. Name something, I don't know how to say it, real. I'm grateful for my platform, that it gave someone language for what they're feeling. That level of specificity is going to be important. Everybody loves their family, but what about your platform? What about the language that your platform gives to someone else? So that's minute 2. Minute 3, your archetype activation and anchoring statements. Choose your archetype for the day. Say your anchoring statements out loud with posture, with power. Do not skip this because it feels too small. Small is the point. You are not trying to have one big breakthrough, one big awakening. You're building a new thermostat setting, 1 degree at a time. Okay? Let's make all of this competition ready, because your archetypes and your anchoring statements aren't just internal work. They become your brand, what you're known for consistently, what the judges, the audience, and your community experience every single time they encounter you. Here's a 30-second brand statement template that you can build. This is your interview introduction, your who am I in the room. Get ready. Here we go. I'm the kind of woman who, insert the blank. I'm committed to, insert the blank. And I'm pretty sure the stuff is in the homework. I'm committed to blank. You fill in the spot because blank, whatever that is. And as a title holder, you'll see it through blank. Okay? Now here's the exercise. Write that statement 4 times. Once from the warrior, once from the visionary, once from the lover, and once from the sovereign. Notice which version sounds most like the woman you're becoming. That's your brand. That's your brand statement. That's not arrogance, it's clarity, and clarity is power. Okay. You know how I do this. Homework is, to me, if you're doing the work, homework's not optional. You'll do the homework. You'll message me at Charlene, CHARLENE, at thepageantlaunchpad.com. Don't just watch the video and feel inspired and go back to your life unchanged. Do the work. Here's your assignment. Choose your lead archetype. Which of the 4 archetypes do you most need to develop right now? Not the one that's the easiest, the one that's been missing. Write her name down. Then write 3 specific ways you will embody her this week in your platform work, your competition, or your everyday life. Challenge 2, daily anchoring practice. Do it 7 days, every morning this week. The 3-minute thermostat ritual, no skipping. Day 7, write down what shifted. What feels different in your body? What do you believe about yourself now that you didn't believe a week ago? Okay? Challenge number 3, record your brand statement. You can do it on your phone, you can do it on your computer, whatever. Write your brand statement from all 4 archetypes, and then choose one that is most true to who you are right now. Not who you want to be, who you are. Record yourself saying it on a video for 60 to 90 seconds. No script. Watch it back. Notice which archetype showed up. Was it the one you intended? The gap between intention and reality, that's your growth edge. That's where the work is. Send it to me. You know my email address now. I'm also on Facebook under Charlene Jones. Some of you already know that. You can send it to me through there. It won't be shared. This is just work between you and I. So, here's what I know about you. You didn't find the pageant launch pad by accident. You're here because something in you knows there's more. More presence, more impact, more of the woman that you were built to be. And I need you to hear me. That woman is not waiting for the crown. She's not waiting for the judges to confirm her. She's not waiting for someone else to shrink first. She's in you. Right now, she's there. And it's time to raise the thermostat. Whether you are walking a stage for the first time, nervous, unsure, wondering if you belong, or whether you are a seasoned title holder who has forgotten somewhere along the way what it felt like to be certain of yourself. This is for you. The warrior in you doesn't quit. The visionary sees what's possible. The lover in you knows your worth. And the sovereign in you has already decided. Ground, rise, breathe, declare. You are fearlessly authentic. You are crowned before the crown. Now go walk like it. I'm Charlene Jones. This is the Pageant Launchpad. Service before spotlight, always. I'll see you next time.